Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Cooking with Faye. Today I'm going to show you how to make some 4-ingredient rice pudding. And this is what the finished product is going to look like. It's super tasty and delicious. And if you'd like to learn how to make it, stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive right into this recipe. As you saw in the introduction, this is just going to be a 4-ingredient rice pudding. So the first ingredient you'll need is rice. This is just some sushi rice that I had lying around. I make a lot of sushi. So here is the pre-cooked sushi rice. You can use white rice, brown rice, whatever kind of rice you have, and just feel free to use the leftovers for this recipe. We're going to need some coconut milk. This is just some that I picked up from Trader Joe's. We're going to need a tablespoon of cinnamon. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then a tablespoon of honey. Now I know some vegans don't do honey because of the bees, so feel free to use maple syrup or agave nectar to still keep it vegan. If you wanted to get a little bit more fancy with your rice pudding, feel free to put in some star anise. I just picked this up from my local Asian market. 1 or 2 of the little herbs will be sufficient for this recipe and the portion size we're making. So feel free to add more if you're going to make a larger portion. Or you can use some coconut and either cook it with the ingredients or just sprinkle it on top, and that would be really delicious as well. But like I said in the introduction, I'm just going to keep it nice and easy. So I'm going to take my pre-cooked leftover rice, pop it in a pan along with the coconut milk, the cinnamon, and the honey. So the ratios you're going to want to use for this is if you use a cup of coconut milk, you want to use a cup of rice. So a cup and a half coconut milk is a cup and a half of rice, so on and so forth. I like cinnamon, so I'm going to use an entire tablespoon for the cup and a half recipe, and just 1 tablespoon of honey. Honey is really sweet, a little goes a long way, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's get everything in the pot, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, as you can see, we have all of our ingredients in the pan. And what I'm going to do is just turn my stovetop onto like a low medium heat and bring everything to a simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. I just want the honey and the cinnamon to get nice and dissolved and everything to get mixed together. And then as soon as those 5 to 10 minutes are up, I'm going to turn off the heat and cover this for another 5 minutes so everything can kind of think about itself and start to cool down and get all nice and thick and delicious like what we think of when we think of rice pudding. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okie dokie, so we've reached a simmer. So now what I'm going to do is just keep an eye on the clock, and in about 5 to 10 minutes we will check back and see what it's looking like. So it has been 7 minutes, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I am going to go ahead and call this done, just because that's how I like my rice pudding. If you want it to be a little less runny, go ahead and cook it for another 3 minutes on a simmer. So what we're going to do now is take it off the heat and just leave it alone for 5 minutes and let it simmer, cool down and thicken up and get all nice and delicious. Okie dokie guys, so it has been the 5 minutes that this has cooled down, and let me come in so you can see the finished product. It's still pretty warm, so I'm trying to be careful while handling this, but this is our rice pudding. It smells amazing, nice and cinnamony, and I did have a little taste. It tastes amazing as well. So please feel free to try this recipe out and then let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. Especially if you added, say, the toasted coconut or maybe the star anise to the mixture, just to kind of add a little bit different flavor to it. So until next time, I will see you all later. If you are new to this channel, please feel free to like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to grow this channel to reach more people to help them with their fitness and dietary needs. So I would really appreciate just sharing the love with a like and a subscribe. So I will see you all next week. Bye guys! Thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone. I really appreciate the views and the support and the community that we're forming here on my channel. If you would like to watch another great video, please click on either side of the screen here to watch either a popular upload or one of my most recent videos that I've uploaded. And as always, if you have questions, please leave them in the comments down below of any video. I check this channel very often and try to stay up to date on everything. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all of my new content. So again, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you, and I hope to interact with more of you in the future. Until then, bye guys.